morning, everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel, The Life of Tiffany D. First of all, I would like to thank every single one of you for watching my videos, and for those of you who have already subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you're notified every single time that I post. If you want more content like this, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and comment down below that you want more story times. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm doing story time today. Today's story time is just going to be about my life as a teen. So, as a teenager, you go through a lot of things in your life. You really go through ups and downs. And for me, it was a little bit different. Now, for those of you who do know me, you know that I went through the foster care system. So I actually entered foster care when I was 13 years old. It was about a week and a half after my 13th birthday. And that day is when my life changed forever. Now, prior to that, there had definitely been a lot of trials and tribulations that I had gone through in my life. And some good things have happened, but there was a lot of bad. Now, when I went into the foster care system, I was very scared because my mom's significant other at the time would always say, if you go into foster care, they're going to treat you worse than you're being treated here. You go into foster care, they're going to beat you. You go into foster care, this will happen, that will happen. All of the negatives that made you scared to go into foster care. Now, when I first went into my first home, which was a respite home, which is an emergency shelter, for youth that there is no family that can take them right that minute. That is where me and my brother ended up. It was on a weekend, and as soon as we were taken, they took us to the doctor. We had to get physicals. They took pictures of us, and then we were placed into that home. Now, not everything at that home was bad. There was a lot of really good things, like the fact that our foster mother had a big supply of everything that you would need going into the foster care system. Because all I had was the clothes on my back and a Walmart bag with a pair or two of clothes. That's all I had. All of my other possessions were left at my home. Now, going into this foster home with only having that, our foster mother had towels, toothbrush, toothpaste, razors, shaving cream, anything that you would need as essentials. Shampoo, conditioner, body wash, you name it, she had it. Like a store in her garage. And everything that she actually gave to you, she wrote your name on so that you felt as if you owned it and that it was yours, which was really special because a lot of youth in foster care don't have anything to their name and they don't feel like anything belongs to them. So that was really special to me. Now, when things started to get weird, or us getting treated as we were differently, was during meal times or asking for snacks because those weren't afforded to us. During meal times, that's the only time you're really able to go into the kitchen for food. Other than that, if you asked, you couldn't go and get more food. What you ate when it was mealtime is what you ate, and that's it. Also, another weird thing is, as teenagers, my brother and I were still required to go to a babysitter on weekends when our foster mother had to work while her biological children were hanging out with their friends at the mall. And they were around the same age or even younger than my brother and I. Now, that home lasted for a few months, and then my grandmother actually caught wind that my brother and I were in the foster care system. When that happened, my grandmother automatically went down to the Child Welfare Service office and asked them, my grandchildren are in the foster care system. Why wasn't I notified? And Once she did that, then we were able to start getting visitations with her, and then she started actually going through the process to get licensed as the foster parent, just so that she could have my brother and I, while the time for the time while we were in foster care. Now there was a couple of times when it wasn't working out at my grandparents' house with my brother, and he had to go into another home. But the entire time I stayed with them. I was like, no, this is with family. It's somewhere that I feel safe and they don't treat me poorly. So I stayed there. I was given the option to go back to my mother at one point, but I just didn't feel that mentally she was ready to have my brother and I both back at the same time, and her being fully sufficient on her own as well. So I decided not to reunify. My brother did reunify, and then a few months later, he was put back into the system. Now, I don't have any type of hate or resentment towards my mother, because I know that a lot of the things that have happened in life just happened and she had no control over it. There were some things that could have been done differently, but that is totally in the past, so I don't hold that over her head. Now, the thing that people always ask me is, where do you think you would be if you never went into the foster care system? And the truth is, I don't know. Because of my experience in the foster care system, I was able to become a foster youth advocate. An advocate for those youth who feel that they don't have a voice. An advocate for those youth that are going through those homes that are very rough, the homes that have really strict foster parents, those youth that are dealing with mental abuse, physical abuse, not being able to eat, those homes that youth are forced to go to church even though they're not religious, forced to wear clothing that they don't feel comfortable in just because they feel differently. Because of foster care, I was able to become an advocate for youth that are in the LGBT community. Myself being in that community, it's very special to me. Now, I will have another story time about my work as a foster youth advocate and how that has changed my life as well. But for the purpose of this video, I will go through my foster care experience. Now, while I was in foster care, still technically in foster care, even though I was with my grandparents, because they were actually just certified as foster parents, I was able to start working at the age of 14. I wasn't forced into getting a job. I wanted to get a job because I wanted to be self-sufficient and I wanted to be able to have my own money to do what I wanted with, so that no one could tell me that I couldn't do it. So I started saving some money, also spending some money, and that was the summer going into my freshman year of high school when I got my job. So I would work on the weekends and during holidays and things like that. I also joined cheerleading, paddling. My senior year, I was doing cheerleading, paddling, working 4 days a week, and I was also in AP Psychology and AP Biology. I graduated high school with a 3.49 GPA. I was able to receive Pell Grant because of the fact that I was in foster care prior, and I also received scholarships for having the type of grades that I did. Now, not everyone has the same experience as I did, because also before I graduated from high school, I was able to get my driver's license and purchase my own car. Now, that sounds like the life of a youth that lived a normal life not being in foster care. It doesn't sound like the life of a youth who has been in foster care. Because a lot of times, youth that are in foster care aren't able to get their permit, aren't able to work really either, unless it's something that's approved. And the extracurricular activities were a bonus for me because I was actually able to go out and be athletic and, just take charge of my life and find what I have passions for and use those to my abilities as my strengths. It also taught me how to be a leader and how to talk for myself instead of letting others speak for me. A lot of foster youth don't go through the system with the same type of experience that I had. And that is what I later advocated for everyone to have that voice. So, like I said, in a later video, I will talk about all of the things that I've advocated for and why those are important to me and all of the work that I did as an advocate. But I just truly think that, even though there are all these negative stigmas about foster care, it truly can be a blessing in some lives. And even though the main goal will be for youth to be with their parents, that is the ultimate goal for reunification. But sometimes that's just not possible. And so the main message I want to get across today is no matter what situation you're going through, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. And know that no matter what, you are resilient and you are one of a kind. So comment down below the word of the day today, which will be strength. Because no matter the obstacles that your life has put you through, you are strong. You have made it here today. You have made it through every single obstacle in life that you have thought you weren't going to make it through. But look at you now. So comment down below the word strength. And also comment down below if you want to hear more of my story times. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and for supporting me continually. I truly, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time that I post. If you want more content like this, comment that down below. Also, if you haven't already, follow me on social media. The link will be at the end of this video. And I thank you guys so much again for the continual support. Because without everyone, I wouldn't be able to just share my story. Without all of the people that I have come in contact with in my life, I wouldn't be able to share the stories that I have today. Because those stories would be altered without every single one of you. So thank you again for tuning into another video on the life of Tiffany D. Until next time, have a great day, everyone. And remember to comment down below, strength. You have a fabulous day. And remember that no matter what, you are strong, you are beautiful, and you are an amazing person.